Hi everyone, it's the holiday season, and if you're like most people, you've ordered gifts and presents or gotten them from the store. And how did they get there? Trucks. Now, the problem with that is that trucks have to take breaks. Unlike most of us who go home every night to sleep, truck drivers sleep in their workplace, in their trucks. The problem with that is there's limited places that drivers are legally allowed to park. So let's discuss this on this week's Trucking Tuesday, and happy holidays. Hi everyone, and welcome to Trucking Tuesdays. I'm Jen, and I work in the trucking industry on the office side, and I love to share what my job is like. By law, all truck drivers must take a 10-hour break throughout their 14-hour day of driving. This means they have to park their truck and trailer somewhere. And unlike a car, truck and trailers can only be parked so many places. The most common places for truck drivers to park are rest areas and truck stops. Unfortunately, since the pandemic, those have become less and less available. And truck stop parking has become even more less available because now most truck stops charge for almost all or all of their parking spaces. The parking charge can be anywhere from $10 to $50, some of which can be paid for by points in the rewards program if the driver has the rewards program to the bigger truck stops such as Love's, Pilot, Flying J, and those type of truck stops. But not all truck stops offer those programs, and a lot of drivers like to use those points for their showers, laundry, etc. So what does this mean? This means that drivers are taking risks and parking on the sides of highways, on on-ramps and off-ramps, which are dangerous for us all. Unfortunately, there's not a super great solution. One of the solutions is to build more truck stops and to work with the truck stops to find a better way to gain monetary revenue other than charging drivers for parking, or have better programs for points for drivers to earn the equivalent of free parking by fueling up and doing other things that they need to do, such as laundry and showering. But not every community wants truck stops in their area. The not my backyard concept comes up a lot when it comes to building new truck stops. For example, in the area I live in, there was recently an opportunity for a major truck stop brand to come in, and everyone in the community downvoted it because they didn't want the big trucks in the area. I agree. Trucks idling, even with their APUs, especially refrigerated trucks, can be kind of noisy, and the trucks going in and out of the exit that the truck stop are on does create a lot of traffic. However, we all like to buy goods, and if the truck drivers can't take their breaks, the truck drivers can't get into an area where they need to deliver safely, there's nothing for us to buy. So there has to be a little give and take. Choosing an exit that doesn't have a lot of traffic, or choosing a place that is further away off an exit, away from any major towns, schools, and busy areas would be a great solution. There's lots of land available and land that can be repurposed, such as malls that are closed, strip malls that aren't filled, etc. And these could be turned into safe and viable options for drivers to park. This is something that we all have to work on together because parking is a real problem, not just for truck drivers, but for those of us who drive cars as well. One of the biggest concerns for everyone in terms of lack of parking is safety. If drivers are parking on and off ramps, car drivers and other truck drivers may not see them until it's too late. There's been a number of accidents, including one that was extremely deadly, very close to me, just less than 2 years ago, where both the passenger car driver and the truck driver were killed in a rear-end incident. This is because the driver was parked on an on-ramp and the other driver did not see him. As the weather gets worse in most areas of the country, visibility becomes less and less, and someone may not see someone until it's too late. Not only that, but if there's another accident or someone breaks down, a truck parked on the shoulder of the road means a car can't pull over, or another truck that's gone down can't pull over safely. It also means that there's limited space for emergency vehicles to get through on the shoulder of the road. So, parking on and off ramps or on the shoulder are not safe. Again, rest areas and truck stops really are the best and safest option. However, because the truck stops and rest areas are overly full, the other cost related issue with this is accidents within the truck stops and rest areas themselves. Many times drivers are rushing, fighting for the last few parking spots, and are overly tired because they've had to drive extra than their regular trip plan just to find safe parking. Many drivers make a good trip plan and have 2 or 3 truck stops in mind, and they may come and find that all 2 or 3 of those truck stops are full and they have to drive even further before they can shut down and take their much needed break. This means they're pulling into the truck stops tired and again with limited space, or they have to back in and fit them in between themselves and 2 other trucks, or themselves and other landscape features or fuel islands. This means that trucks might hit each other, and this is really costly. The damage to a front end of a truck from a trailer DOT bumper hitting the front end of a truck can be pretty catastrophic and can shut a driver down for a day or even more. So, what's the solution to all of this? The solution is we have to all work together. All of us in this country and any country that uses big trucks to move goods like to be able to go to the stores and find the store shelves full. So we have to work together. We have to help each other out. Sure, no one wants a truck stop in their backyard, but there are lots of places, like I said, abandoned malls, abandoned strip malls, land that hasn't been used in a number of years for any other purpose, or just an empty field that no one has used for a long period of time. If people would just see the importance that trucks play in our daily lives, all of our groceries, all of our clothing, all of our goods, at some point or another is going to travel on a truck to us. So we have to help each other out, help make the roads safe, help make parking efficient and safe, keep the drivers safe, and keep costs down for everyone. Because the more accidents and the more problems there are with parking, the more higher cost of goods get to be. So next time you're faced with the decision about having a truck stop brought into your area, please think twice. It's helping you in the long run. And you could definitely be saving a driver or even your own life by keeping everyone safe out there on the road. So my friends, I know this is a difficult topic, but I promise you drivers are not trying to do anything other than just get some much needed rest at truck stops. So join us next time for another awesome edition of Trucking Tuesday, where we'll be talking about what it's like to drive a truck in winter weather, as most of the country is now facing ice and snow and all kinds of other fun adventures throughout the winter season. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for appreciating truck drivers for all they do, and happy holidays from Trucking Tuesday.